Hey guys, Ray the Wizard here, and today I want to discuss a new game that just came out called Marvel Rivals. It's a 6v6 hero shooter developed by NetEase and Marvel. Now, disclaimer real quick, before we get into this, I am not a hero shooter player. I've tried playing Overwatch and games like that, and they just didn't really catch on for me. It wasn't really my thing. So instead of approaching this like a review, which I don't feel like I'm qualified to do, I'm going to approach this from a more casual side. How easy is this game to get into for those who don't play hero shooters? Maybe you're just a Marvel fan and you're looking for a cool Marvel game to play. Is this game going to be right for you? Is this game going to be meant for the more hardcore niche players? Today we're going to find out, is Marvel Rivals casually acceptable? Now, the very first thing people are going to see when they start this game is the menu. And to me, that's kind of important because that's the very first exposure you get to something like this. And even though I don't play these games and I avoided the beta, the game felt strangely comfortable and easy to navigate. There wasn't any clutter, it wasn't hard, there weren't any tutorials that popped up. And that kind of clean aesthetic is really awesome, especially when I'm just trying to play a game. It's good to know that NetEase and Marvel went the easy route when it comes to soft aesthetics and didn't try to overload our senses. Now, this is a small win, obviously, right? It's just the menu. So let's get on to what really matters, the characters. Now, as I previously stated before, I actively avoided the beta for this game because I wanted to experience the final version of the characters. I didn't want any kind of preconceived judgment based on a moveset that was going to change later on. And so I came at this completely fresh. And looking at it now, this roster is huge. Now, it's no secret that NetEase had a massive advantage with this game over the other hero shooters, strictly because of how popular and familiar the Marvel IP is. Just the allure alone of being able to play as your favorite Marvel hero or villain is going to give this game the ability to tap into a massive audience that the other hero shooters just don't have access to. However, this is a double-edged sword because I know these heroes. I grew up with these heroes. These heroes already have well-established lore, movesets, and personality. And being such a dedicated comic book nerd, I have an incredibly high expectation when it comes to how my favorite Marvel characters are portrayed in any form of media. So even though Marvel Rivals already has a pre-developed fanbase, it also has a much bigger risk of failure, especially if these characters aren't portrayed to their true form. We're looking at U-Square. Now, nailing character design is one thing, but how fun are these characters to play? How true to form do they play? Let's get into it. The game offers three types of classes. Vanguard, which is the tank class. Duelist, which is the damage class. And the Strategist, which is the healer slash support class. And each class really feels unique and brings their own thing to the game. After trying all three classes, I found that Vanguard class was the hardest for me to get into. I just didn't feel like I was using characters like Captain America, Doctor Strange, Magneto to their utmost potential, and I was dying a lot more than I wanted to. The healer class surprised me with the versatility of healing your friends and damaging your opponents with the same attacks. I feel like this kind of versatility is going to force players to critically think when they are trying to decide on healing or damaging in the heat of the moment. For example, with Cloak and Dagger, you literally switch between a heal and a DPS spec in between fights, giving you options.
That vehicle to its destination.
I'll never get used to these magic words. Enemy, that's the first time. You did it.
However, with Luna Snow, you can empower your attacks to either deal extra damage or give extra healing.
Let's save this.
Thanks so much. I'll take it later.
Judge, jury, executioner.
and with your ult being either an AoE heal or an AoE DPS, that you can actually switch between in the middle of the ult itself. Out of all the classes, I gravitated more towards the Duelist class, where I
I'm
played
not a
between
hero.
Punisher
I'm
with an
the
overpowered
Punisher.
turret ability that allowed me to turn a doorway into a slaughter point,
Heavy weapons.
Looks like the mission area is yours to capture now. Capture the mission area! Protective shield. That's 3!
Need your last mistake.
Psylocke with a stealth ability that really makes you feel like a ninja,
Is sharper. This will do nicely. Fell out.
and Moon Knight, whose Ankh makes him an absolute menace when you're bouncing your projectiles off of it, guarantee hits on opponents.
Just like the moon. Touch a drain. Love battlefield medicine.
This artifact is quite powerful. Beware.
I'm doing this my way.
Vehicle reached the checkpoint. Keep up the momentum. Double KO!
Now, as far as ease of access goes for these characters, NetEase was kind enough to give us a star rating for each character, and from my experience, these star ratings are pretty accurate, ranging from 1 star, which is the easiest to play, to 5 stars, which is the more difficult to play. For example, when playing with Psylocke, who is rated 5 stars, I found it much more challenging to do anything significant, as I had to really pick and choose my battles to keep from getting wrecked.
Maximum pulse.
In stark contrast, when playing Punisher, who is a 1-star character,
I'm not a hero.
I literally
I'm
went
the
25 and
Punisher.
0 just by adopting what I call the Doom strategy. Just run and gun.
Glory's almost yours!
Your powers are mine! Armed and dangerous! Again!
Double KO!
Behold, that child!
Top-notch
In the
team to
end,
win
I
this
settled
one.
with Moon Knight, who to me delivered the right combination of challenge and
I
reward,
tear through the
which is
cloudless
perfectly
night,
reflected with his
just like the
3-star rating.
moon.
I can heal you. Hits the ground. Almost there. Double KO.
Sucks to be you.
Now, it's this diversity in character playstyle and difficulty that I feel like is going to keep players of all skill levels involved in this game. Now, I may not come from the hero shooter world, but I come from the fighting game world where character design and balance is imperative to success. And seeing so many characters that are almost uniquely and equally rewarding and balanced is really awesome. Now let's talk about level design and game modes. There are 3 different game modes that offer 3 different objectives. In Convoy, you're either escorting an objective to a location or you're stopping the objective from being moved. Domination is pretty much king of the hill, where you have to capture and hold specific map locations until you get to 100%. And with Convergence, one side is trying to capture a point where the other is trying to defend it. It feels like the levels were designed to highlight these game modes, but nothing really pops out aesthetically. And the game modes feel almost like a secondary aspect of the game, and feel more implemented just to create moments for cool trick shots and plays. Unfortunately, if you're looking for any kind of rich Marvel lore or deep story in the gameplay itself, you won't find much of it here.
I started.
However, Coming into this as a total scrub and a newbie, these level designs and game modes really didn't stop me from having a good time or enjoying myself. So, with all this in consideration, my final judgment is this. Not only do I feel like Marvel Rivals is casually acceptable, I feel like it's a must-play for any Marvel fan. If you've been on the fence about this game, I strongly encourage you to jump on over. The grass feels pretty good over here, friend. And until the next video, I've been Ray the Wizard. You've been awesome. See you later.
I'd rather make music than do anything else. Except be a superhero. Be strong together.
Okay, I see you, fucking Luna. Oh, you can hold it.
Looks like the mission area is yours to capture now. Capture the mission area! Triple KO! That's 3!
Oh! Oh! Oh, God. Okay, that felt good. That felt really good, actually. I thoroughly enjoyed that.
A nice deep freeze.
Where are they coming from?